Good day. It is November 29th. Today we continue in John 6, doing verses 41 and 2, and Proverbs 29. Remember, if you'd like to be tagged when I post these videos, or if you have any questions, comments, concerns, suggestions, complaints, or anything else, you may reach me through 810-242-2997. That's 810-242-2997. You can call, text, leave a message, whichever you like. Begin John 6, starting at verse 41. At this, the Jews began to grumble about Jesus, because he had said, I am the bread that came down from heaven. 42. They were asking, is this not Jesus, the son of Joseph, whose father and mother we know? How can he say, I have come down from heaven? So the Jews are grumbling. At this, the Jews began to grumble about Jesus, because he had said, I am the bread of life that came down from heaven. Some were hostile, some were not. 42, they're asking, is this not Jesus, the son of Joseph, whose father and mother we know? How can he say, I have come down from heaven? We know him. We know where he came from. The Jews believed that they wouldn't know who the Messiah's parents were, or who the prophet's parents were. So, but we know. Proverbs 29. He that being often reproved hath hardened his neck shall suddenly be broken, and that without remedy. That means that if God's saying, don't do it, don't do it, don't do it, and you keep doing it, he's going to wash his hands of you. 2. When the righteous are increased, the people rejoice, and when the wicked bears rule, the people sigh. 3. Whoso loveth wisdom rejoices his father, but he keepeth company with harlots wasteth his substance. 4. The king by justice established the land, but he exacts gifts to overthrow it. That means he accepts bribes to pervert justice. A man that flattereth his neighbor spreadeth a net before his steps. It gives him false confidence, and it's a trap. 6. In the transgression of an evil man there is a snare, but the righteous do sing and rejoice. 7. The righteous taketh knowledge of the cause of the poor. The wicked understand not knowledge. Understand not knowledge. That this is in court. He doesn't bother looking at it. He says, why should he bother? He's not impartial, or he doesn't understand. Why should he, and what should he do? He says, why bother? 8. Scornful men set a city ablaze, but wise men turn away wrath. 9. If a wise man contend with a foolish man, whether he be angry or laugh, there be no rest. Because there's no coming to terms with the foolish man, either by threats or persuasion. 10. The men of blood hate him that is sincere, and as for the upright, they seek his life. 11. A fool spendeth all his spirit, but a wise man stilleth within him. Control your passion and anger. 12. If a ruler hearkeneth to falsehood, all his servants are wicked. 13. The poor man and the oppressor meet together. Yahweh gives light to the eyes of them both. God gives light to everyone. He gives blessings to everyone. 14. The king that faithfully judges the poor, his throne shall be established forever. 15. The rod and reproof give wisdom, but the child left to himself causes shame to his mother. A child without instruction does evil. 16. When the wicked are increased, transgression increases, but the righteous shall gaze upon their fall. No matter how bad things get, the righteous will gaze upon the fall of the wicked. 17. Correcteth thy son, and he will give thee rest. Yea, he will give delight unto thy soul. 18. Where there is no vision, the people cast off restraint. Where there is no law, no restraint. But he that keepeth the Torah, happy is he. Keeping the law will make you happy. A servant will not be corrected by words, for though he understand, there will be no response. 20. See thou the man that is hasty in his words? There is more hope for a fool than for him. Ill-considered words will get you in trouble, and it's very hard to correct. 21. He that doubteth can bring up the servant from a child, shall become the master at last. 22. An angry man stirs up strife, and a wrathful man aboundeth in transgression. 23. A man's pride shall bring him low, but he that is lowly spirit shall obtain honor. 24. Whoso is partner with a thief hateth his own soul. He hears a judgment and utters nothing. He says, well, stop doing that. Who did this? Doesn't say anything. 25. The fear of man bringeth snare, but whoso putteth trust in Yahweh shall be set on high. If you fear God more than man, you have nothing to worry about. 26. Many seek ruler's favor, but a man's judgment comes from Yahweh. And 27. An unjust man is an abomination to the righteous, and he that is upright in the ways is an abomination to the wicked. The righteous and unrighteous, the good and the wicked, the godly and the ungodly are natural enemies. I hope you've been blessed by this reading. May the Lord richly bless you. Remember, if you'd like to be tagged when I post these videos, if you have any questions, comments, concerns, suggestions, complaints, or anything else, you may reach me through 810-242-2997. That's 810-242-2997. You can call, text, leave a message, whichever you like. Remember, Jesus loves you, and so do I.